Flirt, but don't fall in love. Chapter 1. Holly Brown, I've asked you 3 times now. The loud, angry voice woke up Holly from her daydream. When she looked up, she saw her geography teacher, Miss Hamilton, staring straight at her. She was impatiently pointing at a map of Africa. So for the 4th time, would you please tell the class the name of the famous river that I'm pointing at? Or is whatever is happening outside that window more interesting? Holly's cheeks turned pink as she thought about the question. The truth was that she had not simply been looking out of the window. Instead, she had been lost in a daydream about meeting her favorite boy band, and it had certainly not had anything to do with geography of Africa. Her friend Emily nudged her gently, whispering a short word that Holly did not hear. She began. Miss Hamilton was still looking at her hungrily, with her glasses perched on the end of her large nose. Under the table, Emily was still trying to get Holly's attention. She pointed down at a page of extremely organized notes and circled a word. The answer is the River Nile, said Holly as she read the word from the page Emily had given to her. She looked very relieved. So did Emily, who finally stopped nudging Holly's leg. Holly looked down at her own notes and noticed that they were crumpled and covered with little drawings of flowers and hearts. She tried to look like she was thinking hard and carefully wrote the word Nile underneath one of the drawings. When the bell rang a minute later, Holly rushed to leave so quickly that she almost fell over her own chair. When she met her friends Emily, Eve, and Nina outside the classroom, she thanked Emily for helping her. "Thank you so much for saving me there," she said. "My mind was so completely blank. I'm terrible at geography. Geography and history, and English, maths and science." "No, you aren't. You just never concentrate. You'll probably be top of the class if you ever listen to the teachers," said Heavy, laughing. "No way, not with Emily in all my classes," Ollie replied. "And no one could ever beat you in PE, Heavy. If there was a subject about boy bands, Ollie would get 100% in every test," joked Nina. "Yeah, especially if there were bonus questions about Mr. Stubbs," added Heavy. The girls all knew about Holly's crush on their English teacher. Only blushed at the mention of his name, which made the others giggle even more. "I told you I don't like him like that anymore. Really, I don't." "It doesn't matter anyway," said Nina. "Maybe you'll meet someone new to daydream about at that party tonight." Emily nodded. "Yeah, that's true. I heard. Lots of boys from here above are coming. Hey, look, Holly. Matt's over there. Why don't you go and ask him if he'll be at the party?" Holly was horrified at the idea. "No way, he's so good looking. I'd probably forget how to speak if I ever got near him." They all laughed. "Well, we should go," Holly continued. "I want to choose my outfit for tonight." They picked up their things and started to walk home, talking about what each of them would wear at the party. Later that evening, Holly changed her outfit 5 times and called each of her 3 best friends for advice in order to get ready for the party. In the end, she chose a black dress with a beautiful silver belt that hid her slightly chubby waist. She and Nina had decided to walk to the party together, so Holly called at Nina's house once she was finally ready. A few minutes later, the 2 of them left, a little later than they had planned. When they arrived at the party, Emily and Eve met them at the door, each in a flattering top and skirt. Emily looked as though she were about to burst with excitement. Her expression made Holly think of their geography class early that day, when Emily had tried to let her know the answer in class without saying it out loud. This time Emily even put her hand over her own mouth, as if to stop the information from escaping. She quickly took Holly by the hand and went into the garden with her. "Holly, you'll never guess what. It's Matt. He's right there." Emily was whispering now and pointing to the doorway. "I overheard him talking to Nathan a minute ago, and he said he really likes you." "What? I didn't think he even knew my name." "I know. Well, actually, he didn't say your name exactly, but the way he described the girl he liked, it had to be you. He was describing someone that looks just like you, who wears that hairband with hearts on that you often put in your hair. It must be you." "Do you think I should go and talk to him?" Holly asked nervously, looking to her friend for reassurance. "Of course, just relax. He already likes you, and you look beautiful tonight. Don't worry." Although Emily's words had given Holly more confidence, she still felt shy. Over an hour had passed since their conversation, but she was still talking to the girls and trying to find the courage to speak to Matt. She wished that she could be like Evie, who was confidently discussing sport with a group of older boys. An hour had already become two before she realized that if she waited much longer, she would miss her chance completely. She saw that there was an empty seat next to Matt, so she sat next to him and shyly said hello. She was glad that so far she had managed not to say anything embarrassing. "Hi, how is it going?" responded Matt. His smile made her knees feel like jelly. Holly felt her mind going blank again. "Oh, great, thanks. Yeah, it's a good party, isn't it? The music's been good. Do you like this band?" Holly smiled at her good luck. The song that was playing was by one of her favorite boy bands, and she knew every word of it. "I love them," she replied. "I prefer Never Say Never out of the songs on this album, but this one is brilliant too." Matt agreed and then added, "It's really easy to play too." "Wow, it sounds quite difficult to me," said Holly. "Which instrument do you play?" "The guitar," he replied. "I've only been learning for about a year, but I'm in a band, so I play stuff like this all the time." Holly's heart skipped a beat. In her head she pictured the band she had been dreaming about early, but replaced the lead singer's face with Matt's. She wondered whether this could be the perfect chance for her dream love to finally come true. A moment later, reminding herself that this was real life and no one of her daydreams, only remembered that it was her turn to say something. "Being a band really sounds fun. I started learning how to play the guitar last summer, but I'm sure I couldn't play anything as complicated as this." "It's really not difficult," said Matt. "Maybe I could show you one day." Holly had to stop herself from letting him see just how happy his suggestion made her. With difficulty, she managed to stay calm and said, "That will be cool. I'll give you my number and we can meet up sometime soon." After she had given Matt her phone number, Holly returned to find her best friends and tell them all about what had just happened. Emily was in the garden with Matt's friend Nathan, and the two of them seemed to be having a lot of fun together. Holly didn't want to interrupt. Luckily, she saw the other two on the stairs and ran to tell them the news. "That's fantastic!" cried Nina, and stood up to give her friend a hug. "You two would make such a good couple." "Don't be silly, I only have his number. It doesn't mean we are going to be a couple." "I bet that you'll be daydreaming about it all day at school tomorrow, though," said Evie, teasing Holly affectionately. "By the way," she added, "I've arranged to play football with some of his friends tomorrow. Maybe he'll be there too." Perhaps I'll come along too, then," said Holly and smiled. "Just to watch you, of course." The next day, Holly persuaded Nina and Emily to go to the sports center with her to watch Evie play football. This way, It would not look like she had just come to see Matt. But when they got there, the game had already started, and he was not there. Nathan had just arrived too, so Emily went to talk to him. Meanwhile, Nina chatted to a boy she knew from the German club. She had started the club at school to teach her native language to the other students. Holly sat by the side of the football pitch on her own and was soon daydreaming again. She imagined Matt playing a love song to her on his guitar. Then she noticed that her neighbor Daniel had scored a goal. Holly thought she saw him wave to her, but did not wave back. Although they had been childhood friends, she had not spoken to him for a while and thought he must be waving to someone else. Then her mobile phone made a sound, so she took it out of her pocket to see who had sent her a text. She gasped when she read the sender's name, Matt. The text message read, "Hey, Holly, how about a guitar lesson tomorrow, Matt?" Later that evening, Holly was using the computer in her bedroom when her mobile rang. She had already replied to Matt's text, but now that he was calling her, she immediately felt very nervous. Without thinking, she hid the phone under the pillow and tried to ignore it. Her pillow continued to ring loudly. She eventually decided that she should answer. "Oh, hi, Matt," she said, trying to sound casual. "I hope I haven't kept you waiting long. I was listening to the radio and I didn't hear the phone." "No problem," said Matt. "I was just calling about the guitar lesson. Are you free tomorrow after school?" "Yeah," replied Holly, rather loudly. She tried to sound calmer when she added, I think I'll be free for an hour or two." "Great," said Matt. "Meet me outside school and we can go back to my house. See you tomorrow then." "See you, bye," Holly said, jumping onto her bed as she hung up the phone. She was so excited and happy that she gave her teddy bear a big kiss. The next day after school, Matt walked with Holly to his house. As he had promised, he showed her how to play the song, but they talked for so long that they barely managed to play the guitar for 10 minutes. Back at home that evening, Holly was even more cheerful than she had been the night before, and even though posters of boy bands covered all of the walls of her bedroom, she did not think of any of them for a minute. Instead, all of her daydreams were filled with thoughts of Matt. Later that week, Holly, Eve, Nina and Emily were meeting up after school to walk home together as usual. Then Eve spotted a poster on the notice board. "Have you seen this?" she asked them. "Look, there's going to be a talent show at the school, and the price is £100. Think of all the clothes we could buy with that." She thought for a minute before adding, "It's a shame I can't play football on the stage as my talent." "Don't worry, I can't exactly do maths or get good mark in an exam or on stage for mine," said Emily. "I suppose none of our talents make for a very good show." They were about to forget about the whole idea when Holly had a thought. If she entered the contest, perhaps she could ask Matt to help her practice. "I'm still learning the guitar," she said. "I could enter." "Yeah," said the other girls in unison. "You should definitely enter. Imagine winning the prize." "I don't think I'll win, but—" Emily interrupted her. "If you practice really hard, you might do." It was exactly what Holly wanted to hear. She couldn't imagine anything better than hours of guitar practice with Matt. "I'll sign up right now," she said. Over the next 2 weeks, Holly did meet up with Matt for guitar practice several times. Each time, however, she would be easily distracted by their conversations and never seemed to improve her playing much. But Matt remembered that Holly loved the song Never Say Never, so he had suggested that she should learn it for the contest. But so far he had not even taught her the first part of the song. As he listened to her play yet another wrong note, wincing at the ugly sound, he put his hand across the strings and said, Are you really sure you want to play this in the contest? I don't mean to upset you at all, but Sol, you're making my ears hurt. Ollie laughed. It's not as bad as you're singing, she joked. Serious though, Matt said. I'm starting to wonder whether what? Asked Holly nervously. Whether you're learning the guitar for the right reasons, he finally replied. Holly suddenly felt herself begin to sweat.